The team on the left-hand side, Rancho Miramar. They wear the black and the yellow. Playing position number 1, Ripley Middleton. Lee Bertea will play number 2. Lee, I apologize. I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. Someone, if you know, you can tell me. Wyatt Goldberg in the green helmet will play number 3. And Matthew Werner will be the number 4. In the black this afternoon, Rancho Miramar. On the right-hand side, Seahorse Air wearing the light blue this afternoon. And I hope I am correct, Tanner Evan is the number 1 this afternoon. The number 2, MC Atkins. Trenton Alexander will play number 3. And wearing the number 4 this afternoon, Daphne Rocacharlie. And 4 feet apart inside measurement. So about set to go to line them up for you. Evan, Atkins, Alexander, Rocacharlie in the light blue for Seahorse. For Rancho Miramar, Middleton, Bertea, Goldberg. Again, Rancho Air in the light blue, and we're underway. In this is Goldberg with the play for Rancho Miramar as they mush around. So Rancho Miramar in the black with the yellow. Seahorse Air. And that ball moves out very, very quickly. And Tanner Eben is there to pick it up for Sears there in the light blue. And has some difficulty with it. And this will be picked off. And we will now go straight toward the goal for Seahorse Air. And that one is... And we will come back to center. Absolutely perfect. About 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. Forecast high today is about 75, and I don't care where you're from. This is better than where you are from. And we move up now for changing ends now. Miramar going to the right and moving up into the game for Sears there. That is Daphne Rocacharlie, and we have a Tanner Eben moving a 60-yard shot to a defended goal. Very, very close, and it will be moved out by Miramar. By 1, and that play moved up. That is trying to move up to the play. I believe that was Matthew Werner. And moving along, that is indeed Werner to move it up. And coming to the play, Ripley Middleton with a big effort upfield. This for Werner, and that is moved back by, I believe, Rocacharlie. And the play will come back around for very, very quickly to move into that one in the green helmet. That is Wyatt Goldberg for Miramar. Checking up, not much of a play. Trenton Alexander was there. And this will be stepping up to move it. This is Tanner Eben. Eben moves it up. Rocacharlie, I'm sorry, to move it up. Gonna have some trouble with that one. Oh, hell, I'm having trouble with all of them. And this will be Tanner Eben to move it toward the goal with a nice play. Big effort here by Eben to move it up toward the goal. Very, very close, taken out. And I believe that was Goldberg to try and move him out of there, and did. And that is... So that'll make it 2-0 now. This is playing polo or thoroughbreds. Note that all 4 legs on the playing horses are bandaged for protection. They're leg rafts, we call them bandages. This is Eben now to take it back around the other way for Seahorse Air. Eben turns, Alexander is off towards his left. That ball moved up by Eben, and that'll be picked up by Trenton Alexander as he moves the play. And nice play to move him out, and this will be picked up by Matthew Werner. Werner now to come straight across the field, trailing by 2 here in the early going. And Werner picks it up. Eben to try and get to him. Takes Werner out. That's allowed. You can push the other guy out of the play. And Tanner Eben is right there. Moving up into the game, Daphne Rocacharlie. And calling for it. And Werner is there. No play for Werner. The right away belonged to Eben, the player in the blue. That is moved back by the number 2. That was Lee Bertea. And we'll check down. This will be Eben to pick it up. Werner to get to him. Can't do much. He cannot reach in front, remember. And that ball up toward the front. This is Rocacharlie, excuse me. Move it toward the goal, has difficulty, tries to pick it up, and that's a tough one. And I'm talking about the name, and we're coming out the other way with a nice play to move out by Lee Bertea. And move it up, Eben there to move away from him, and does.
I will do a horn.
And it will be Eben
We could get a golf cart and put the mic on it.
If that was you calling me, I will return the call after the period's over. And I'm looking around. Somebody turned your phone down. It was mine. And Goldberg is in there. And that is moving up toward the line. And I believe over the line. And the clock will continue to run. Yours there, Evan.
I got one.
I move it up to Alexander. He's not going to get to it. Ripley Middleton was right there. And Alexander to move it up, a well-hit ball up toward the front, and to pick this one up, Daphne Rockacharlie to move it along, and the play will go to Wyatt Goldberg. Good backhand by him. Matt Werner is there to pick this up, try and get something going now for Miramars. They trail by a pair, and Werner will step it up, and to get to him is Evan in a hurry. Wyatt Goldberg picks it up. Good play by Goldberg on the near side. Stepping in, big hook by Rockacharlie. Can't do it. Good play by Goldberg to move it up. And stepping straight toward the goal, Ripley Middleton is right there. That one is not going to go. Big effort to move it out of there. That was Evan with a good backhand. And, of course, I did mention, please don't go below the white lines and look at a spot hit by the blue team. The only play the foul team had was a defensive play. That's why it is from the spot. Coming out the other way. Minute, 5 seconds left. Now we're down to 1:14. Turned back by Goldberg. Alexander is there to try and get back to it, and he will be called out by Evan. And this will move up, and Rockacharlie is there in a hurry to move toward the ball for Seahorse Air. Rockacharlie steps it up. Good play by her, a little bit off to the left. That's going to make it tough. Nice play by Bertea. Get to the backhand. Stepping up is Evan reaching out, and Alexander's there. Alexander moves it up. Middleton is right there coming out. Alexander moving it up. Trying to move up toward the front to Rockacharlie, and it will be Trenton Alexander with the play. Nice play, big play by the black shirt, and this is going to be moved up over there in the light gray helmet. That's MC Akins, I think it is, as they move over. A 2-0 game here. We're into the final 30 seconds of the period. And the whistle. Rockacharlie.
What's going on, but normally it's a pretty raucous group over there. Our bartenders working on it.
And the play moving up, and that will drop down. Well over on the far side, and this is Werner, I believe, to move it up. And it will come back to move it up. This is Goldberg. It lays it out very, very quickly. Ripley Middleton is right there, moves it toward the goal, not going to get very far. However, in the white helmet, Lee Bertea is there, and that one is in there. 2-1. Now a 2-1 game. Still favor, Seahorse Air. From the throw-in, and Alexander trying to come out with it. Evan is there for Seahorse Air, as we've changed ends, remember. And the play will move around for... Trying to move it over. Evan is there, trying to move it up over toward the front. That is still on the field. Evan lays it out. And quickly, Goldberg is there defensively, but it is moved forward for Seahorse Air. And MC Atkins is there and moved the play along. Got that far, it turns back and comes out the other way. This will be Evan. Pushed by, coming in, the white helmet, Lee Bertea. And that is moved up by Evan, and picking it up, Bertea is right there. Rockacharlie, to move to the play. That ball doesn't get there. Evan is there. He tries to really muscle it up there and moved it up, and he's not going to get it back. Stepping in right there is very, very close. Alexander is there. Werner opposing for Miramar, and the play will come back the other way as it gets a little choppy right now, really slowing down as they bunch up in front of the goal, and it will be moved up. That's a pretty well hit ball, however, into traffic. There was lots of it, and it will come back out the other way. Seahorse there getting very, very close. Big crowd. You try and pick somebody out here toward the front of the goal. And that is Eben, I believe.
Tony doing a great job there. It's very...
Just over 4 minutes left to go here in the second. Halftime after this. And that will come the other way. This is Tanner Eben. Goldberg to get to him, but it will be Eben with the polo ball for Seahorse Air. And in a hurry to get to the backhand.
Okay. Girls, I need to go get Yuli.
Difficulty, but he got it away and he hit it perfectly. Tanner Eben. That's
16 years old. He some pressure there from some very experienced leaders of that team.
From the throw-in, Seahorse Air prevail again as they start to take charge of this. Tanner Eben again. It is Eben, a big effort. Eben is there. To get to him is Bertea. And the ball toward the goal. Eben is right in front. Traffic in behind. Big play by Bertea. I believe that was to get it out. And it will go back around right in there. Alexander moving it out. Ripley Middleton with a nice play to move it up. And coming to the play, Bertea doesn't know the ball's in front of her. She checked back in. And this will be Eben again, pushed by Middleton. Eben now. Middleton not going anywhere. Going to stay in there and gets the play. Big effort by Ripley Middleton, and this will be Eben, however, toward the goal. Wyatt Goldberg is there defensively. Eben, the cut shot toward the goal is not going to happen. And straight to Alexander, and this one is Werner coming out, getting in to make the play. That is MC Atkins and Ripley Middleton.
Okay, back off, Dad. All right, you're good.
And the play will move the other way. And that is moved up by big effort for Bertea. And Middleton over top of the ball. Goldberg is there to move it back up. Bertea is going to have a big opportunity here. Alexander to get to Bertea. Bertea on the near side. That's the left-hand side of the horse. Called the near side. Oh, big effort by Goldberg. Picked out by Atkins right there. This is straight toward the front of the goal. Once again, not going anywhere. Big bunch up, and that one.
If you've got someone on the other team beside you.
Back to center. Change, and as you know, this is Goldberg. And to step out and Goldberg, reasonably well hit. They're going to drop down. Nice stop by Tanner Eben. Eben will draw a crowd and will get the ball out. So that was a pretty decent effort by Goldberg, or excuse me, it was Goldberg. I take it back. Coming out over the play, that was Rocky Charlie, and you are into the final third. Boy, that's a funny horn. And how did that, where did the real horn go? And the play will move toward the goal. Werner right there, big opportunity. Werner is there, in there. Matthew Werner. Trail now by just one as we go to the half. Changed ends. And we start them off. Marco Spignoli, Ronnie Hayes. That was Hayes got them started. Umpiring us from the referee, and we have a whistle. Matthew Werner sends that one up. That's well off toward the left, and this will be Goldberg. All sorts of trouble here, stepping across in front. Let a defensive player go to him. It's kind of like same rule in hockey, interference. Play, moved it upfield. By Tanner Eben, and Rocky Chucky is right there. Rocky Chucky. Rocky Charlie. God, I'll get it. I don't need a phone call. I'll get it. And straight in there, Alexander is... Boy, big crowd in front. That comes out. Big play. And it will come back over. This is Eben now to move the play. Picked off by, I believe that was Werner. Moved back by Alexander for Seahorse Air, and that is in there. Tanner Eben, favor Seahorse Air.
Very quick, very handy.
Clock starts at center. 5-3 game favors Seahorse Air. And Goldberg trying to pick it up for Miramar. Werner is there to move it back around. Needs to help up in the front end. And it will go moving across field. Bertea right there with a nice play. Just didn't get a lot on it. And Goldberg will pick it up now for Miramar, trying to work along. Pressure will be, a big play moving it up. Bertea who's been playing well here today, moves it up. Needs a little help, she does, up in the front end. Bertea is still around the ball, but we're going to come out the other way for Tanner Evan. Rocky Charlie is up into the front, and this will be her ball. Dafty Rocky Charlie moved it along a little bit. Goldberg, big backhand, that's into traffic. And I believe that was Bertea that took the brunt of that ball, and it will move over toward the side, turning to come out. Werner is there. Or excuse me, Werner was there, but that will be Evan to move it up. And this will be the front end. MC Atkins with the play. Atkins with the ball, turned back by Goldberg. And in a hurry now, this will be Bertea. Gets a piece of the ball with a good play. Checking in, however, Werner is right there, trying to move in, make a play. This is Werner. The player fouled is not necessarily the player to hit the free shot. Usually the best striker on the team. Big play by Evan to get Werner out of there, but coming up very, very quickly. Bertea was there, very aggressive is she this afternoon. Moved up by Goldberg. They need to be aggressive. They trail by a pair here with 4. And it'll move toward the goal, and it is still on the field. Turning around is Bertea, and back in the middle, they got a big mix-up in there, and Bertea right there. That ball is moved out for Seahorse Air. Matthew Werner is there, not much of a backhand. Alexander to pick it up for Seahorse Air, and a little choppy, really choppy right now. Atkins is right there. And up into the front, this is Rocky Charlie. She's a little off toward the right, not going to get it. And Evan will pick it out and move it across. This up forward. Well, she's not going to get to it defensively. You got Goldberg. Goldberg's back shot is going to be turning around to pick it up and coming out the other way. Nice job by Bertea. Bertea with the puller ball, trying to get to the hook as Evans, not taking things too seriously right now. The ball went out toward the right. Now he'll get serious. And we'll try and pick it up on the left-hand side. Let them have the free hit. And we're sort of back where we were once the whistle went. And a pretty well-hit ball. This is up for Rocky Charlie. In a hurry, Wyatt Goldberg to get to her. Gets the hook. Oh, but a big play by Rocky Charlie. And trying to work it out. Werner had difficulty, obviously. And to move toward the play step. Tanner Evan to
6-3.
2:49 at the throw-in. And Middleton pops it out. Unfortunately, Evan is right there to throw it back. And over is Goldberg. And they trail by 3. They need some goals right now. Boy, Goldberg would like to have that back, and he's not going to get it back.
Sam.
And Evan to check down 4. To the front right there. This is Rocky Charlie, not going to work. Toward the front of the goal. Big opportunity here, and that one.
Well, Tony, it's hard to see from this angle, but I...
Line up with the umpire, Ronnie Hayes, who works along with Marcos Bignoli, the referee, Danny Juarez. And ball is 134 at the throw-in. And coming out is Ripley Middleton with a nice play, gets aggressive. And moves it further up under a lot of pressure over there by Atkins. And they get a big bunch of them in there, and reaching Middleton is there, Goldberg. And over is Bertea to pop it out. As it gets real choppy again along the side, put it back. And Werner is there. Moves it off toward the corner. That's going to make it a little difficult to get it back out toward the goal. And they're way in where I cannot see. And the play will stay in the corner. The clock will run. We have less than 49 seconds left to go now in the period. 7-3, Seahorse Air. And I would call a commanding lead right now. That's a lot of goals. And it is extremely choppy right now. And you could throw a blanket over everybody, and not a very big blanket.
Came back through a pick play on the first play.
And we are now into the final 30 seconds of Chucker number 3. This is Tanner needing a goal right now to really get the big lead, and that is going to drop in for Atkins to move it toward the goal for Seahorse there. That drops down. Alexander is there as he follows up very well. Goldberg to the backhand to try and get something going. We're going to run out of time and go to the fourth. Final check. From the throw-in. And that is exactly it. .635. And just by way of explanation, a blocking call. When a player hits the ball, no other player can block a player from going in to make a play. And the black team had a blue player coming in to make the play, and another black player blocked the blue player, and you can't do that. And this play will move up now for Evan toward the goal. And Alexander is there as well, but it will be Evan to get it back, and he's just all by himself. And Tanner Evan just, did not get it in. And will come out Ripley Middleton in a hurry. It's going to be tough to get over there. That ball moved back by Rocky Charlie. And it's turning, coming around Evan once again. Over to get to him is Werner. And Evan to move back around and to pick it up toward the goal. Defensively, Werner up near the goal. Up in the front, Rocky Charlie, excuse me, I'll never get that one. And we're going to go back out the other way. This is Werner. Trying to get it, can't do it. Evan is right there to move it back around as the play slows down considerably. And the clock continues to run as they go off toward the corner.
Keep an eye on it for you.
Werner.
Yeah, I got it.
For Miramar. Near side off to the right was Evan. Coming up now, Bertea. And over to move to Bertea is Rocky Charlie. And that is moved up by Ripley Middleton. And that will be further moved up by Matthew Werner. And over to the side, Evan is right there. And he will reach out after dropping the ball. And this will be Werner one more time to move it up now for Miramar. And he slows it down, advances the ball, now to set up, and we have a whistle. No, we did not. I thought I heard a whistle. We did not. Near side Werner once again. This is Bertea. Nice play by Bertea, Rocky Charlie to get to her. And this is Evan once again to bring it around the other way. Back shot does not go. Pushed up in by Goldberg. As that ball will move toward the goal for Miramar. They bunch up, doesn't move as fast as it was. Now it's moving the other way. Back toward the goal, turning to move it back. Evan is right there. That ball comes out. And this will be Rocky Charlie. Picked up by Goldberg to move it back around. The clock runs. We're down 2 now. 3:39 left to go in the game. That's Alexander, and this is thrown back by Middleton, and that'll go off toward the corner. And they got a bunch of players in there. Again, it starts to bunch up. And moved up toward the goal. That was Werner, and it is kicked back across the front of the goal. And to get in there, I believe that is Rocky Charlie to move it out for Seahorse Air. There's no question about it. Seahorse Air are going to win this. Middleton is there. Pushing into the play was Atkins. And it will move toward the goal and try to move it back the other way. I believe that is Atkins to get it out. And that was actually Rocky Charlie. And this would be Rocky Charlie to get to the play over top of the ball. Evans moves it out. Bertea does not get the backhand. We have Goldberg. He'll go his third time. Make it 4. Won't be 5. Warner to step in. Alexander's there.
And what do they say, Daddy? Play continues?
And we'll go to this side for Tanner Evan. Evan with a 5-goal lead. Knows he's got this one. Not a lot of time left. That ball's going to drop toward the boards. It's going to go out. And Ronnie Hayes, the umpire, gets out of the way. Working along with Marcos Spignoli.
That's Marcos.
Oh, that's Marcos Spignoli, thank you. And indeed it is, if I look at it properly. And we'll move around. And we'll go the other way. You just... And the play will move up. And...
Over the radio.
Bertea will be there. Did you really?
Yes. You should do it again. Right. I was just a teacher. That's funny.
And that one is Evans to get. Megan, no. And I admit I was incorrect. How bad is it when you get the umpires wrong? And we're down into the final 30 seconds. And in the last chukker of any polo game, we do play out the entire 30 seconds. And if the ball goes out of play, then the play would continue. This is Ripley Middleton right toward the front of the goal. Big opportunity here for Miramar and Middleton. Cuts it out, and right there, Bertea is wide as well. As we count down to 4. And Goldberg hits this one wide, well wide up to the right, and that'll end it. And the final score, Rancho Miramar 3.
No, there's 4.
You and I should get out of it. This is just so